Royalties of peace, stilling the storm back to peace that has no storm, looking on to perfect peace. How you're doing today? Yes, it is another water day. My water day. It is a Wednesday. Yes, it is a Wednesday. The second Wednesday of the month of January and the second Wednesday of the year 2024. Yes, how are we all carrying on throughout this beginning of the new year? I hope we are all endeavoring to reach our destination, perfect peace. Those having a low key or those having a higher key of the illumination should not give up on each other. Must we know that the key is reaching perfect peace? Even those stagnant are still pondering of their mind. Those looking like stop signs on the way are still on the journey of the mind. Though not walking, are thinking. Hope we are all encouraging each other onto perfect peace. Yes, today is January 10th of 2024. January 10th, 2024. First, I must present to us this beautiful description of a compass. The simplest form of a compass, the four cardinal points. The four cardinal directions: north, south, east, west. What would that be if we have to make words out of it? We can have news coming out of it, having the east and west in the center. So what I have right there in the east and west in a circle, and the north and south on the side of the east and west, signifying it takes the north and south for the east and west to be of expected in the center. The sun rises in the east and sets in the west. Perfect peace we seek is reaching the center and not going outward. The center point is where we are heading to. Therefore, our arrows are pointing inward and not outward. I know growing up, it was always pointing outward because we were all excited about being diverse, excited about being divided. But rather, take a look at what it's like having the arrows going inward, the real sun. Well, you could call it a shape of the snowflakes or a star, however you want to call it. But it's all about light, illumination. Interesting, right? Very interesting. Yeah. So we are all heading but inward. Now that we've gone outward and getting exhausted, we are trying to go back inward, where we have perfect peace, no longer complications of divided or fallen pieces. Being apart feeling like okay, it's getting cold and lonely, and we're trying to get back into being one. Some getting together in a complicated way, having children and getting frustrated on the way, and some excited about having children, some not excited about it. And then those that are excited about it in the long run, their other generations are getting exhausted and refusing, like, no, mom and daddy were right. Having children is really, really hard. It was easy for them, but not for me. All that going on. So what is going on? We are just of peace turning the storm back to peace that has no storm, looking into perfect peace. We're trying to reach our end goal, perfect peace, the center, the midpoint, the strongest point of us, where we are one and not divided. That's when it's there ended with the song expressing the need of being healthy in reaching this perfect peace, this center of us, by all of our songs of greetings of different in different languages should not deprive us from seeing the true language of us, which is perfect peace that is within. Like a cupcake hidden by the icing. It's like candy in the wrapper, in the candy wrapper. Even if you throw away, even if, I won't say throw away, I'm sorry. Even if you put away the icing or the candy wrapper, you cannot put away the cake. You must have your cake. Have your cake. Whoever is having a birthday today, happy birthday to you. Greater enlightenment. Everyone is having a new year. A happy birthday. Celebrating your birthday, celebrating the new year. It's all the same. Happy New Year. Greater advancement onto wellness perfect. Therefore, we should be seeking healing when we're greeting each other. knowing that no matter how you greet me, it should be from your heart of better. That even if I don't understand you, your mind should produce peace and not desolation. Greet me with the right reason. Do not hug me for the complicated reason with a bomb on you. Right? We have come through so many different experiences of greetings and saying hello or insult, right? You may remember Eddie Murphy, royalty Eddie Murphy, coming to New York and saying, hello, my neighbor. And the next word that came to him was something else. We all know what that means, right? We are still pondering of the mind, is what came out from the other side. Maybe we heard it differently. F word only meaning we are still pondering on us, okay? Whatever piece you're saying does not make sense because we are in the desolation, right? So the desolation should be seeing the peace that we're going to is what we should be experiencing of our desolations, okay? We cannot just give up on ourselves. We must be pondering while looking like stagnant or complicated. A stationary sun is only expressing the peace that we have no matter the storms. Okay, reminding us we are the mind, the perfect peace of the mind. The sun is reflecting our mind, battlefield free, which we cannot see. But understanding the sun, we'll be able to understand the moon that reflects the sun, right? In the dark, shining in the dark, giving light, yet reflecting light from the sun. Now, the sun shining light during the day reflects light from our mind, perfect peace we cannot see, which we must reach by reversing from the complicated state of our being to perfect, the mind, battlefield free. So, understanding, speaking in thousand tongues should never deprive us from perfect peace. Must we be advancing of self will, willing to reach perfect peace? No one left behind must encourage each other to use self will to reach perfect peace. For no one can reach perfect peace by another. You must reach, there'll only be an encouragement and not you getting in there. That even when you get in there and not of expected, you'll be is a storm of yourself in there, right? We must be able to be receiving the one helping us to go forward to be an encouragement until we pick up of ourselves. That will be our journey of enabling. Even if someone has to help carry you 9 miles and then you walk 1 mile, your 1 mile of self will entering the kingdom of perfect peace of the mind is equal to the 10 miles. That will is one. It has never been divided in the first place. So having all these miles and all that should not deprive us from seeing the already perfect we are of within perfect peace. Once we resolve all complicated back to expected. Like eating your cupcake is what it is. Traveling this road, miles upon miles. Some people get not to eat the icing of the cake, honoring only honoring only the decoration part of it being the icing, but eating the cake. Some honor only the icing. Eating the cake is also honoring self, honoring the eating of the cake by honoring the cake by eating the cake, but the icing just only of sight. They don't eat the icing, they only honor it by sight, but eating the cake. Yes, eating your cake on your birthday this year, a new year should be of greater enlightenment. Understanding that the cupcake is the perfect peace that you must be able to receive at the end. Are you the one experiencing the low key beginning this year? Should be thinking of it more of like a place of remorse and a place of repentance, a place of refreshing, reflecting, of expected, and not a desolation, not a rejection. If it's remorsing, it should be of you restarting. Restarting only meaning emphasizing and not a repetition because that happens at different times of the day, at different hours. If you take a mile forward by 3:45 and you realize you have to return backward to take another turn of the same road, going back 1 mile of the miles you've covered does not mean that you are repeating the miles, but rather, or you're reversing, but rather another mile adding on by returning to the point that you have left before at another hour or another time. If you had passed that road 35 minutes before and then you're going back by 4 p.m. At two different times of the day, traveling that same path. I hope I'm making sense. Next week, we'll get to talk more about this. Next week, we'll get to talk more about this. We must try to be steady of understanding that no one is left behind, or no one is repeating the journey, or no one is coming back on earth. Reincarnation should not deprive us from realizing it's only a matter of progressing or continuing the journey. It's a matter of emphasizing, of completing the journey. No one is repeating life. It's another time of age. This is 2024. It is not 1722. I hope this is making sense. Let us not be depriving each other of greater understanding and the two different time of life. So traveling this road, we should emphasize on reaching the center of expected. If you are from the beginning of the south, going all the way to the center, you should reach the center. If you left the south and found yourself in the north, keep on heading for the center. It doesn't matter where you find yourself, head for the center. Head for the center. That's where we all must meet to be one. Peace stills the storm, back to peace that has no storm, looking onto perfect peace. Greater enlightenment is our reaching the center, the midpoint where no one falls apart. I hope this blesses us. I hope this heals us. I hope this gives us greater enlightenment. And have a beautiful day. The rest of your week. Have a beautiful rest of your week, and hope we get to talk more next Wednesday, understanding about the journey of miles we have to cover, and be not discouraged. Peace stills the storm, back to peace that has no storm, looking onto perfect peace. Thanks for watching.